There was this movie, I don't know if you guys have seen it, but it's called Just for Kicks. It came out like 2003 or something like that. And I was a huge sneakerhead in high school when I lived with my mom and could still afford to buy shoes. And I wasn't a struggling artist in LA. And yeah, I watched the movie, and I've always been an artist. And so I saw there was this guy in New York who was painting shoes, and he painted a $100 bill on a pair of Air Force Ones. And I just couldn't believe it. It blew my mind. I had never combined the two things before. And so I did my first pair of shoes. They were for my sister's birthday. They were a pair of Jack Sparrow shoes, Captain Jack Sparrow. And it was, my mom paid for the shoes. I was like, if you pay for the shoes, I'll paint them, because I didn't have enough money to buy a new pair of Nike Dunks and give them to my sister for her birthday. So she bought the shoes, I painted them, and then I posted them on the internet. I got a pretty good response, but I had documented the whole process. That was the first time I had ever documented a work of art, but I was trying something new. I wanted to document this, like it was like a video diary type thing. And then that one got featured on YouTube because I won this contest, got featured on YouTube, and then ever since then, I've just been filling out orders. I got like thousands and thousands of emails of people asking me to do shoes for them, and it's been just like the last like 3 years I've just been filling out orders. I've been obsessed with games since my dad bought me an NES when I was like 5 or something. And I don't know, I've been obsessed with video games forever. And I'm kind of getting pigeonholed into this corner too, because I love video games so much that whenever someone comes at me with an order, like my next 3 orders are video game themed, and I'm getting kind of like pigeonholed into this corner where I'm being called a video game customizer. And it's fine, like I love doing it, but I don't want people to only come to me if they like video games and go somewhere else if they don't. The thing I love about games is the worlds are always incredibly immersive. And you can always create a pair of shoes. Like I'm doing a pair of BioShock shoes right now, and that game this defines immersive. Like you're immersed underwater in this underwater city the entire time, and it's all like Art Deco and like really wonderful architecture. And I'm theming the shoes around the architecture and water, and so it's going to have this incredible design that's just like when you see the shoes, you'll know like those belong in the BioShock universe. And so painting video game shoes is awesome. It's just it's always like there's so much to tap into from a creative perspective. That's where this is such a young art form that there's lots of like legal problems with it, because not only am I using copyrighted images for my art, but which has always been a problem for people who want to paint anything like political or anything for the history of art. It's been people have claimed that they own the rights to stuff the artists are doing forever. The way the process works is that someone will come to us the same way they'll go to a tattoo shop. If they come in with an image and let's say they want a tattoo of Mighty Mouse, then they're not paying for an image of Mighty Mouse, they're paying for the work because they can't tattoo themselves. And that's the same thing we're doing. They buy a pair of shoes and give it to us, and whether they give us the money to buy the shoes or not, they're just buying shoes. We're not giving shoes that we already have. And so they'll come to us with an image, they'll tell us they want the shoes painted, and then we paint them. And so we work exclusively out of commission. If I paint a pair of shoes with my own design, like a pattern or something like that, I can sell it afterwards. But if I'm doing anything copyrighted, which is mostly what I do, because I'm kind of known for like being like one of the pop art custom shoe artists, then I work almost exclusively out of commission. Like I do get to choose the projects I want to do that inspire me the most, but I haven't been able to just do something that's not shoes. And it's a grind, you know, like we're grinding out here trying to get this art done. I think that's how all artists are, because you either make money or you make art. It's like the little paradigm, I guess. But the thing that we focus on most as custom shoe designers, and this is where you can separate the professionals from the amateurs, is it's a design. It's not just art. You're painting a design on the shoes. You have to focus on balancing the shoes. It's one canvas broken into 2 pieces. If you just paint like one thing, it's like a rule of thumb is don't do like a face on one shoe and font on the other. And people will do that. They'll say, I want a pair of Madonna shoes, and then they'll paint Madonna on one shoe and then the word Madonna on the other shoe. And it's just like there can be people who have an incredible amount of talent. There's a lot of people in LA that are incredibly gifted at painting. However, they don't have a mind for design, and so they can't focus on the design. And that's where you choose what kind of shoes you want to do. That's why I like working on Nike Dunks, because you can do, there's so many different combinations, and Air Forces as well, there's so many different combinations with what you can do from panel to panel. The thing I love about custom shoes is that graffiti changes a space, right? You can turn anything into an artistic space with graffiti. Like walking down Melrose, you see graffiti on the walls, that's art. And even if you don't think it is, someone does think it's art. The thing about custom shoes is it's turning, anywhere someone wears it, it's turning that space into artistic space, no matter what. Like, whether the people recognize it or not, whether the other people in the room recognize that this art has walked into the room, someone spent 50 hours or 60 hours on an art piece that just came into the room. That's why I do custom shoes right now. I just love the way my art is going into the world and changing a million different places at once, not just the gallery. It's changing classrooms, it's changing people's homes, it's everything. That's what I love about it. The reason I don't see custom shoes being around for 10 years is because no matter how long Nikes have been around, and they've been huge, I think this is a trend that is just a really long trend. It's like a 15-year trend. And it's not big enough, it's not gone mainstream yet, so it hasn't had a chance to explode and fade out. And I see that coming in the next 2 or 3 years, and that's why I'm pushing it so hard right now. And that's why I'm doing things that have never been done, like the biggest series of custom shoes ever done by one person is this Metal Gear series I'm doing. And putting iPod touches in the tongues and stuff like that. It's all with this goal of pushing it into the public eye. And once it's there, it'll explode and they'll consume it, and it'll be devoured like anything else that the public devours, and then no one will care about it anymore. And then there will still be some sneakerheads out there, but everything will have been done, and they'll just be like, oh, I've seen that before, I've seen it before, I've seen it before. And at that point, I think custom shoes will get boring. And then I'll do it for my whole life, but I won't do it primarily. I won't be known as a custom shoe guy for my whole life, and I don't want to be known for that, because I want to be known for my art rather than for, hey, you do custom shoes, right? Do this for me. I'm not the type of person that's ever content, ever. Like, I always have some crazy goal in mind, and it really sucks because it's ruined so many relationships for me. Like, they always say that you can either like be on your grind and be pushing forward as an artist or a businessman or entrepreneur or anything, but it's always going to hurt your love life or your family life or your friends or whatever. And it sucks because I have the most amazing girlfriend. She's so supportive, and she lets me work on art nonstop until 2 in the morning and not even see her at all in a day. Even though I'm around her all day, I don't get to see her. And it kind of sucks because that's how it is. I know I'm going off on a tangent right now. That's how it is, but I see myself doing that forever. I'm always going to be looking for the next gigantic thing. And what I really want to get into next is like custom vinyl toys, like Kid Robot type stuff. I see that blowing up. It's blowing up here because we live in LA, and it's blowing up in San Francisco. California loves it, but it's not gigantic in the whole world yet. And I feel like there's people that are doing incredible things and just totally thinking outside the box. And that's somewhere that I want to go, because you can just take this toy and do absolutely anything you want to. You can destroy it and it won't even look like a toy anymore. And just do some crazy art piece. And it's still, I don't know, it's still custom vinyl toys. And so I really want to get into that. I don't know exactly what I'm going to be doing in 10 years, but it's going to be something gigantic. I know that. If you want to come at me with any sort of project, any commission, I've done mosaics that are 3 stories tall. I've done all sorts of like crazy stuff, and I want to do more crazy stuff for people who have money to commission crazy stuff. So my website's under construction right now, but you can hit me up on my MySpace and YouTube and Twitter and all that. Yeah, and that's pretty much it. So thank you very much.